Hey friends, welcome to the Time for Living podcast, your ultimate guide to finding the time you need to crush your business dreams while still having time to live your one beautiful life. I'm your host, Lucy Clark, a devoted boy mum, dedicated business owner and time-finding expert. Say goodbye to the I'm too busy mindset that's holding you back from growing your online business. No more feeling overwhelmed or stuck in the same place year after year. Each week, we'll dive deep into strategies for being intentional with your precious time so you can hit those business goals while still making time for yourself and your family. If you're ready to create more time, get practical tips and prioritize the steps that will make the biggest impact on your business and life, then you're in the right spot. Pop in your earbuds, steal a quiet moment, and let's find time together. Hi friend, let me ask you something. How many decisions have you made today? What to wear, what to eat, whether to check your email first or jump straight into that project you've been working on? If you're anything like me, those tiny decisions start piling up fast. Did you know the average adult makes over 35,000 decisions a day? 35,000, yes. No wonder by lunchtime you're already feeling drained. Here's the thing. Every single decision, big or small, uses up your mental energy. It's like your brain has this finite battery for making choices. And once it's drained, even deciding what to have for dinner feels like just too much. That's decision fatigue. And it's sneaky. It doesn't just leave you feeling tired, it impacts your ability to focus on the big stuff, the things that really matter in your life and business. And as entrepreneurs, especially high-achieving women like you, we don't have time to waste on mental clutter. You've got ambitious goals, a business to grow, and a life to live. But when decision fatigue creeps in, it can leave you spinning your wheels, stuck in overwhelm, and unable to give your best to the things that truly move the needle. But here's the good news. You don't have to stay stuck in this cycle. In today's episode, we're diving into a decision fatigue detox. I'm going to share some simple strategies that will help you streamline your daily choices so you can reclaim your mental space and focus on what matters. By the end of this episode, you'll have actionable steps to clear the clutter from your brain and free up energy for the big decisions that drive your success. So grab a cup of coffee, or tea if you're me, get comfy, and let's get started. So now that we understand what decision fatigue is, let's get real about its impact. It's not just about feeling tired. It's about how those constant micro decisions are secretly sabotaging your potential. Imagine your brain like a sophisticated computer. Every decision is like running a program, and each program uses processing power. Small decisions, they're like having a bunch of background apps running constantly, draining your battery without you even realizing it. For entrepreneurs, this is especially dangerous. We're not just making personal decisions, we're making complex business choices that require serious mental bandwidth. A client proposal, a marketing strategy, a pricing adjustment, those aren't just simple choices. They're critical decisions that can make or break your business. Research shows that as we make more decisions throughout the day, the quality of those decisions dramatically decreases. Basically, your willpower and decision-making quality deteriorate with each choice you make. Think about leaders like Steve Jobs and Barack Obama. They're not just icons of success, they're masters of simplifying life's clutter. Steve Jobs famously wore his black turtleneck and jeans, while Barack Obama stuck to navy and grey suits. Why? Because they knew that every decision, no matter how small, drains mental energy. By eliminating the daily what to wear dilemma, they freed up their brain power for the decisions that truly mattered. Now, I'm not saying you need to rock a black turtleneck every day, but imagine this, a capsule wardrobe filled with versatile pieces that mix and match effortlessly. It would be like giving yourself a gift of a stress-free morning. A wardrobe that works in harmony with your life so you can focus on building your dreams, not picking an outfit. For my ambitious, driven entrepreneurs listening, this is about more than productivity. This is about protecting your most valuable asset, your creative, strategic brain. Every unnecessary decision you eliminate is mental space you're reclaiming for your dreams, your business, your life. In the next segment, I'm going to show you exactly how to create a decision detox strategy that will transform how you work, think, and grow. Because you didn't become an entrepreneur to get stuck in decision quicksand. You're here to make an impact, and we're going to make sure nothing stands in your way. Ready to learn how? Let's dive in. All right, friend, let's get to the good stuff. How to actually detox from decision fatigue and reclaim your mental space. I have 5 strategies, and I promise these strategies are simple, actionable, and designed to help you focus on what truly matters. And let's be real, as entrepreneurs, we need every single ounce of mental energy we can get. The first strategy is to automate repetitive decisions. So let's start with automation. Those of you that have been with me for a while know that I love automation. But today, I'm not talking about scheduling your email or social media marketing, which is a great strategy. In the terms of decision fatigue, I mean automating those tiny, energy-sucking decisions that drain you before you've even got to your desk. Think about all those reoccurring choices you make every single day. What to wear, what to eat, how you're going to get everything done you want to do today. One area that is super helpful to automate is meal planning and meal prepping. Imagine knowing what you're eating for the week and spending 1 or 2 hours on a Sunday, or whatever day works for you, preparing the meals for the entire week. Suddenly, the what's for dinner becomes a non-decision. You've already solved it. I've been doing this for a while now, and my system is a monthly plan of dinners that require little prep. I did try to do a weekly rotation, but I felt like I was always doing meal planning. Now I do it once a month, and it truly saves my sanity. It also helps with grocery shopping too. Automation also works for scheduling repetitive household chores and laundry. They just pop up as to-dos when they are due. My advice is to start small, then add, not the other way round. Once you get your home management and organisation dialed in, you have saved yourself thousands, and I mean thousands, of tiny decisions, and you're strategically reducing decision fatigue. You can use apps like Paprika for meal planning or Trello for reoccurring task lists, as long as they save you time in the long run. Technology can be your friend in this decision detox journey, but pen and paper works just as well too. The second strategy is batch decision making. Batching isn't just a productivity hack, it's a mindset shift. It's saying, I'm going to be intentional with my energy instead of letting it leak out in a million directions. The best and the easiest example to use is, instead of deciding every day what social media post to create, you dedicate one morning to brainstorming and scheduling an entire week's worth of content. Suddenly, you've freed up mental space for the rest of the week. This can be done in many areas of your business. And this strategy isn't just limited to work. It can revolutionize your personal life too. Batching those reoccurring household chores like laundry or meal plan and prep into one focused block of time is key. When you batch similar tasks together, you enter a flow state where creativity and efficiency thrive. And here's the best part. Batching doesn't just save time, it gives you momentum. You'll feel accomplished and energized because you're making tangible progress instead of spinning your wheels. The third strategy is prioritization. Let's talk about priorities, and I mean real priorities. The Eisenhower matrix is a good place to start. It's like having a built-in decision coach whispering, focus on what matters most. When you categorize tasks into those 4 quadrants, urgent and important, to do these now, important but not urgent, you can schedule those, urgent but not important, normally we delegate those, neither urgent nor important, really, you should be deleting those. Suddenly, something magical happens. You gain clarity. Now that overwhelming to-do list shrinks because half the tasks don't even deserve your attention or are already pre-scheduled from doing the work in the previous 2 strategies. Here's how I use it. Every Sunday night, I sit down with my planner and map out my week using this framework. I double-check that I've identified my needle movers, the tasks that align with my big picture goals, and make sure they still get prime real estate in my schedule. The rest, they either get delegated or deleted entirely, and I've deleted a whole load of decisions that I would have otherwise had to have made. Remember, busy doesn't equal productive. Prioritization is your secret weapon for working smarter, not harder. Strategy 4 is having decision rules. So let's talk about boundaries. This time I'm not talking about boundaries with others, but with yourself. Decision rules are like guardrails that keep you on track and protect your mental energy. Think of them as non-negotiables that simplify your day-to-day life. For instance, I try to only schedule meetings on Tuesdays and Thursdays because I know that back-to-back calls drain me creatively. This rule frees up the rest of my week for deep work and my projects, the things that truly light me up. Another example is setting a no phone after 8 p.m. rule to reclaim your evenings for rest and connection. These rules might feel rigid at first, but trust me, they're liberating. They eliminate the mental tug of war over whether to say yes or no because the decision has already been made. And they aren't just schedules, they are the boundaries that create the predictability in an unpredictable entrepreneurial world. Strategy 5 is to limit your option. Here's the thing, more options don't always mean more freedom. They often mean more overwhelm. As entrepreneurs, we're already juggling a million decisions, so why add unnecessary stress? When you're staring at 20 different tools to streamline your business or 10 potential revenue streams, it's easy to get stuck in analysis paralysis. Instead, let's simplify and focus. Thinking about launching a new product or service, choose one idea that aligns with your core values, your audience's needs, and your expertise, and go all in. Trying to grow your email list? Pick one lead magnet and one platform, whether it's Instagram or Pinterest, and master them before expanding. And if you're strategizing on how to market your brand, don't try to be everywhere at once. Start by showing up consistently on one or two channels where your people are already hanging out. Limiting your options isn't about playing small. It's about creating clarity and momentum. When you focus on fewer things, you can give them the energy they deserve. And that's where the magic happens. Remember, success doesn't come from doing all the things. It comes from doing the right things really well. So let's stop spinning our wheels and start building with intention. So there are the 5 strategies. But they aren't just about productivity hacks. They're about taking back control of your life. They're about creating room for creativity, for the big picture thinking that moves the needle, and for actually enjoying the business you've worked so hard to build. Here's the truth. Every small decision you eliminate is mental energy you're saving for the dreams that matter most. And trust me, you've got some big dreams worth protecting. Once you've cut out some of those repetitive, low-stakes decisions that eat up your time and energy, you'll find it so much easier to be decisive when it comes to the big stuff. Here's a rule of thumb. Give yourself a limit, up to 60 minutes for making significant decisions. Anything beyond that, and the extra time deliberating, probably won't add much value. In fact, it might actually cost you more in lost momentum. Think about it. Instead of spending 6 hours hunting for the absolute cheapest software subscription or obsessively comparing every single printer on Amazon, I have been guilty of that. Set a timer for 45 minutes. Do your research, make a confident choice, and move on. The $10 or $25 you might save isn't worth the mental energy you could be using to create your next offer, connect with your audience, or map out your next big idea. So, are you ready to detox from decision fatigue? Let's make this simple. Pick one strategy from today's episode and put it into action. Just one. Whether it's limiting your options, setting time limits on decisions, or automating small tasks in your business or life, I promise you'll start feeling the results almost immediately. You'll have more clarity, more energy, and more space to focus on what truly matters. You've got this. Let's protect those dreams together. All right, friend, if today's episode lit a fire under you to start simplifying your choices and reclaiming your mental space, I've got an exciting opportunity for you. Join the waitlist for The Lab, my signature program designed to help entrepreneurs like you create time freedom while building a thriving business. The Lab is where we go deeper into strategies like this one, and trust me, it's going to change the way you work and live. Head to timeforliving.co and click The Lab and join the waitlist. You'll be the first to know when doors open up. And don't forget, let's keep this conversation going over on Instagram. Follow me at Time for Living Co, where I share tips and encouragement for ambitious women like you. Tag me in your stories with your biggest takeaway from today's episode. I'd love to cheer you on as you start your decision detox journey. And before we wrap up, I just want to thank you for spending this time with me today. Simplifying your decisions isn't just about saving time. It's about creating space for what truly matters, your business, your family, your passions, and you. When we clear out the mental clutter, we make room for growth, creativity, and joy. And guess what? This is just the beginning. Next week, we're going to hear from other busy entrepreneurs, their struggles, and my advice on what to do. A total game changer for anyone who feels like there isn't enough hours in the day. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Until then, remember this. You have everything it takes to build a life and business you love without sacrificing your sanity or joy. I'm rooting for you every step of the way. See you next week. Hey friends, thank you so much for tuning in to the Time for Living podcast today. If this episode inspired you to take action and save time, I'd be so grateful if you could leave a written review and subscribe over on Apple Podcasts. Your feedback means the world to me and helps us reach even more amazing people like you. If you know a friend who needs to hear this message, share this episode with them. And remember, your time is precious, so make every moment count. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep living, and keep making time for what matters most.